Hello, good evening friends. I welcome you again in my channel called as Astro Know Me, as in KNOW. In this continuation of a series of Rashis which I am talking about, today I am going to talk about the Vrish Rashi, also called as the Vrishab Rashi, or in English called as Taurus, which is the second Rashi of this universe or the Brahmand. Like I said before, to understand the characteristics of any Rashi, it's important to know the elements of that Rashi. So first, let us understand the elements of this Rashi, which is called as the Vrishab Rashi. The pictorial or the descriptive form of this Rashi, when you look at the universe or the Brahmand, is that of a bull or an ox. And we know how stubborn a bull is. So the most visible characteristic of descendant of this Rashi called as Taurus is the stubbornness in that person. That the people born under this Rashi are extremely stubborn, and at any ways they would like to prove a point in their circle of influence. Bull, as it's also the savari or the vehicle of Lord Mahadev, Nandi as it is more commonly and popularly known as. So it is also the vehicle of Lord Shiva, and we know that one important aspect of people born under this Rashi are the years of 29, 38 and 56. These 3 years are extremely symbolic and significant in their lives, and these are the years where a lot of wealth and prominence in society and a lot of prosperity they attain during these particular set years, that is 29, 38 and 56. This Rashi is made up of 3 nakshatras, Kritika, Rohini and Mrikshit nakshatra, and Mercury is also a very important benefic planet for the descendants born under this Rashi. It is said that if the energies of Vrish Rashi are energized in a proper channel, then this becomes one of the most productive Rashis amongst all the 12 Rashis. So going forward with the other elements of this Rashi, this Rashi is also a Earth Rashi. As we know that there are 4 elements, that is Earth, Fire, Water and Air, and this Rashi denotes the Earth Rashi. So the people born under this Rashi are grounded, and they are very well informed about the ground realities in their circle of work or circle of action. They are very well informed, they know about what's happening around them. They are very grounded to earth. So this also resonates with one of the characteristics of the elements. If you see the pictorial form closely, it is actually a wheel or a round circle, and on top of it there is a half Chandra, a half moon on top of that wheel. So this universe has actually started with a small dot or a bindu or a wheel, and then only the evolution of mankind has taken place. And when we talk about wheel, the development of humankind accelerated after the wheel was invented. If you see the wheel of a balgadi, that is ox, it can take you anywhere, and in ancient times it could take you anywhere from point A to point B. So once the descendant of these Rashis, their lives are set on the wheels, they accelerate in enormity of life. And the half Chandra denotes the hands swung in the air. So while they are walking on the earth, but they are also looking at the sky with full imagination and a zeal, a desire to reach that level. So although these people are grounded, but they have that great zeal to achieve success no matter what, and they do achieve success in their entire lifetime. So those were the elements of Vrish Rashi. Now coming to their personalities and some characteristics, I would like to tell you some traits about their personalities. People born in this zodiac sign, they avoid trouble, and they would like to stay away from trouble, and they are very peaceful people generally. One very interesting fact is that they would like to dedicate some time to them regarding relaxation, music, sports, and other extracurricular activities. They are very thoughtful about it. So in their entire day schedule, they fix up a time of 1 hour or 2 hours for themselves, for some kind of a indulgence in some kind of a sport or some kind of a entertainment. So that is also one of the characteristic of these guys. We all know that bull not only denotes energy, it denotes power, but if a bull gets angry, it's very difficult to control that bull. So you must have heard of a festival in Spain which is called as Tomatino festival, which is held annually. If you see in that festival that they release a bull amongst a crowd of hundreds and thousands of people, and that bull does not see left or right, it just attains power and keeps on running, and it will hit anybody who comes in their way mercilessly. So people born in this Rashi, once they lose their temper, all their anger, they do not see and they do not realize whom they are talking to or who is standing in front of them, who is sitting in front of them. Once they lose their temper, it's very difficult to control them. So it is better that once a Taurian or a Vrish Rashi person is in a bad mood or he's lost his temper, it's best to get away from his path and withdraw from his path. It's very important for a Taurian to stay away during a case of such anger. Taurians, they don't entertain people who walk over them. They're very selective about their relationship. They try to assess people before shaking hands or entering into any kind of relationship. If they feel that these people are not trustworthy or who will not support them in their time of need, they do not initiate any kind of relationship. So they are very choosy about their relationship. Taurus lack patience, and they avoid or they hate procedures and routine work. So if you tell a Vrish Rashi person to get up every day at 5 o'clock and go for yoga and then come back and have a shower and breakfast at a specified time, Taurans will never follow that, because they hate procedures and they hate routine life, and they need their own space and their own freedom. You cannot tie them to a closed space. So that's another very important characteristic. And like I said that one of the element was a wheel and then there was a half Chandra. So they are always looking at the sky and looking at the top and how to reach the top and how to reach that attainment of success. That is also another characteristics of Taurus. Most of the Taurus I have seen and I have come across, they crave for very comfortable and luxurious living. They have a very, very high level of desire for big cars, beautiful houses, exotic vacations, good watches, sunglasses, and their dressing sense is above the cut of the rest of the people. They are very fond of wearing good dresses, good clothes, although they might not be very good looking. Although they have a strong structure, strong build of the body, they might not be very good looking, but their sense of dressing is one of the best amongst all the Rashis. This is one of the very peculiar characteristics of Taurians or the Vrish Rashi people. Taurians are also supposed to be a little miser when it comes to spending on others. So most of the Taurians which I have come across, they are very, very mindful before taking out their wallet. They do not take out money so easily for others, although they would be spending a lot of money on their own comfort and luxuries, but they are very mindful on being spendthrift on others. So next is on their career and businesses. As the Swami Graha of Vrish Rashi is Venus and the Uch Graha is Moon. So all those professions and businesses which are related to Venus, they are exceptionally recommended for Taurians. So what are those businesses? Businesses related to flowers, perfumes and essence, vegetables, fruits, even you can say any kind of perfume or agarbattis. Such businesses are very highly suited to them. Taurus is very strong-willed and aggressive, and like I said, because they are very stubborn in their nature, at their workplace it's very difficult for the other colleagues to cope up with their stubborn nature, because once they have already announced a point, they would like to go with that proving that point rather than being democratic and listening to other people's opinions. Like a bull is a fighter, so Taurus are also fighters and they love the challenges and they ensure to beat any challenge which comes across their way. And this is true for them for their entire lifetime. From the time they are born to the time they die, even if they get a disease, they have this fighting spirit which takes them out beautifully from any time of distress. Taurins are also they have a special God-gifted feature is that they can detect any kind of anomalies or fake personalities. At workplace, if they come to know that the presentation or the report or the assignment which has been presented to them, they will come to know immediately what are the anomalies in that report or what are the mistakes in that report, and they are very quick in pointing that out. So if you have a Taurian boss or a Vrish Rashi boss, you have to ensure that you present and check your presentations and assignments 3 times, at least thrice before presenting it to him, because normally it will end up in finding a mistake in your assignment. Taurus descendants, that is the Vrish Rashi descendants, are also workaholics and they are very difficult taskmasters, and they would like their assignments to be completed within a specified timeline. You cannot make a Taurian work in a very harsh environment. They need to work. They need a very peaceful environment, an environment which is best suited to their mind. And you cannot close them into a room. They need their own freedom space and their own choice of space. So it has to be very important that if Taurian descendant is working a job, he is given a place of his choice and some peaceful place. Taurians also do not like changing their work environments very frequently. Once they are into a job, they would like to stick to it as long as possible, and only under extreme adverse conditions, when nothing is working out for them, they would like to make a decision of changing their jobs. Otherwise, Taurians are very strict. They would like to stick to one job as long as possible. They do not like to change the workplace at all. If in an horoscope, if it is afflicted by certain malefic planets, then there are 3 simple remedies recommended for Taurians. One is that you can wear a silver challa, which is a simple silver ring without any design or without any stone, which is supposed to be worn in your middle finger, and it's supposed to be worn on a Friday. It's a simple remedy. Apart from this, there is something called as Phatik Mala, which is available in many puja stores. That can be worn on a Friday after doing the Mahalakshmi Jap. And the third thing is that whenever a Taurian is going through a rough phase in his life, it's very important for him to worship Lord Saturn, that is Lord Shani. There may be times of slander, infamy or notoriety which they might be facing, or a scar on their reputation. Especially during those times, it's very important that Taurians worship Lord Saturn and especially donate to the needy and poor on a Saturday evening after the sunset. Some of the very important personalities which are born under Vrish, Rashi or Taurus is starting from our Lord Krishna to Shri Ravi Shankar to the famous sportsman Mr. Sachin Tendulkar, David Beckham, to famous actors like Manoj Bajpayee and Varun Dhawan, and of course Madhuri Dixit. So that was my content and my readings on Vrish Rashi, also called as Vrishabh Rashi. If you have liked the content of this video, please subscribe and press the bell icon. In case you need to discuss your horoscope one-to-one, then I am always available. You can directly call me at 9742881188. I will be more than happy to assist you and answer any specific questions. In my next video, I will be talking about the Mithun Rashi. Till then, goodbye and keep healthy and safe. Thank you very much.